is CFO Career Accelerator, presented by CFO Intelligence, with your host, Andrew Zezas. Expert guidance on accelerating your career, managing transitions, and serving great companies. And now, here's your host, Andrew Zezas.
Hey, welcome to CFO Career Accelerator, where we bring career insights and strategies to CFOs at middle market and enterprise companies to enhance their careers, minimize transitions, and contribute to their company's growth. I'm your host, Andrew Zezas. During each show, I'll share one idea, thought, or focus as part of an overall discussion intended to accelerate your CFO career. As an accomplished executive, you already know that every worthy initiative should begin and end with a specific objective in mind. That's how we get things done. That's how we succeed. The same is true when building your executive network. You must have clearly defined objectives when building a network and work to achieve those objectives. With that in mind, here's a couple of questions. Can all executives, everyone you meet, help you in every aspect of your business or your career? Should you assume that some connections would be ideal in advancing your interest while you're employed, while others might be more beneficial when you're seeking a new role? Is it also viable that executives in those two groups may not have the ability to cross over into the other category and help you on both sides of that equation? The reality is that networking with peer CFOs is essential when you're employed. Peer CFOs can help one another by sharing insights and experiences, methods, contacts in their day-to-day efforts. They can provide guidance on quality service providers, provide moral support, and much more. Maybe they can provide a lead or two as a possible CFO job opportunity. But wouldn't some peer CFOs also be your competitors for those CFO jobs? That could be awkward, and it could be counterproductive to developing a relationship. So if CFO peers can help you when you're employed, but could compete with you when seeking new CFO roles, then who should you network with when you're on the hunt to find a new job? Now, that's an interesting question. When seeking a new CFO position, you most certainly want to network with those who can hire you: CEOs, COOs, presidents, board members, and the very high-level service providers who support those very high executives. Now, that's an easy recommendation to make. That's a lot easier than it is to execute. You see, while CFOs are very protective of their time, so are CEOs, COOs, presidents, board members, and those very high service providers, and understandably so. They have the ability to be kingmakers, and everyone wants to be a king. So they're extremely protective of their time, and they're extremely selective as to those with whom they network. But executives in that group most certainly include those who can hire you as a CFO. So networking with them for you will be essential. However, like I've discussed in earlier episodes, you can't just flip on a switch when you're ready and have your network available, ready, willing, and able, and to work to your benefit. And as I've also said in previous episodes, networking is not about you. It doesn't start about you. Networking is about the value you can deliver to others in advance so that when you need help, they will be ready to reciprocate and help you. That means that you must forge relationships with CEOs, COOs, presidents, board members, and those very high-level service providers long in advance of needing them to assist you in your job search. You must establish a valuable reason for them to network with you so that they will be ready to reciprocate when you need them. Heck, the insights and guidance that would be available to you from such a high-level group would certainly benefit you even while you're employed. So yes, you do need to build a network hierarchy that contains at least two very different networks: a peer CFO network from which you can derive value while employed so as to advance what you can achieve for the company you serve, and that very high-level group of CEOs, COOs, presidents, board members, and very high-level service providers who can be of value to you when you seek a new role, whether that will be a position as CFO, COO, CEO, or otherwise. I hope you find these ideas to be beneficial in building and growing your executive network. Visit me on CFO Career Accelerator again next week for more insights as to how you might accelerate your career. Thanks very much for watching. If you have questions or you wish to share ideas, please contact me. I'm Andrew Zezas for CFO Intelligence and for CFO Career Accelerator, wishing you an incredibly productive career.
Thanks for joining us on CFO Career Accelerator, presented by CFO Intelligence with host Andrew Zezas. If how you serve your company and your career would be enhanced by connecting with peer CFOs from around the country, visit CFOintel.com to explore the benefits of becoming a CFO Intelligence member. While you're there, subscribe to CFO Intelligence magazine, take the CFO Business Sentiment Survey, arrange to attend exclusive CFO events, and explore our other CFO-focused podcast series, CFOs in Motion and Driving Opportunity, Your Company's Real Estate. Visit CFOintel.com. That's CFOINTELL.com. Remember to subscribe to this podcast series on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. This has been CFO Career Accelerator, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. We'll see you next time. The opinions and views presented on this podcast by Andrew Zezas are his own and may not be relied upon as fact. The opinions and views of others who appear on this show are their own as well, and may not be relied upon as fact or for any other purpose. Opinions and views and other information are provided for general information and educational purposes only.